Hey guys, what is going on? CustomTrippster here, and today we're going to be talking about Batman v Superman, and specifically my biggest problems with it. Keep in mind, this video is going to be filled up with spoilers, so if you're planning to see it, do not watch this video. Also, please check out my gaming content on the channel. This is kind of a different style of video from what I usually do, so click right there to check out the other content on this channel. And without any further ado, let's get started with this video. So the first main problem I have with this movie is the whole build up to the Batman v Superman aspect. There is really only one major fight between Batman and Superman, which is kind of disappointing when you have a whole movie that's kind of centered around the title Batman v Superman. So pretty much the way that they get into this fight is kind of ridiculous. Lex Luthor has Superman's mom as a hostage and tells Superman he has to kill Batman. And Batman's just mad because Superman's kinda strong, which I just think is a really weak setup. And if you think that's weak, the conclusion to this battle is awful. Batman has the Kryptonian spear, he's about to kill Superman, and literally Superman says Martha. And that is Batman's mom's name as well. So the two decide to team up and fight together, which is kinda stupid, especially for a movie that hyped up this battle so much. And now we have to touch on the Dawn of Justice aspect. This movie is definitely setting up for a Justice League movie. You see that throughout with all the cameos, and honestly my biggest problem is that these moments don't really make for a great standalone movie. Batman v Superman's plot struggles because it has to shoehorn all these plot points that won't even be addressed until years after this movie's initial release. For example, Bruce Wayne looks at Robin's costume. We really don't know what happened to Robin. That's going to be answered later. We get an email that gives us all the members of the Justice League. We won't see them until a Justice League movie. And honestly, I thought there was a lot of plot points such as learning about the Justice League through an email that was just lazy. And it kind of feels like they were just looking for ways to shoehorn Justice League references in this movie, which just didn't create an awesome standalone movie feel. So one of my biggest problems is pretty much every scene Lex Luthor's a part of. The portrayal of Lex Luthor here is just really weird and strange for this movie. He's sort of a twitchy, almost Heath Ledger kind of Lex Luthor. I don't really appreciate it. It doesn't really fit in with the context of the movie. The movie establishes that he has so much influence. For example, in that desert scene, he has private security over there. He has so much influence over the government. He's able to get the Krypton, which weakens Superman. It just has so much influence that it doesn't make sense that he's so twitchy and so psychotic that even people would listen to him. All the scenes he was in, I just felt embarrassed to be watching it. And it's not necessarily Jesse Eisenberg's fault. I feel like the script just didn't accommodate for Lex Luthor. His motives are not very strong in my opinion. And honestly, Batman v Superman just doesn't have a strong villain at all. And finally, we have to address the messy plot. This plot is broken throughout. There's two halves of this movie. One half that really focuses on, Batman's struggles with himself, the public's discontent of superheroes, Superman's trial, the conspiracy theory in the desert, and then halfway through, the movie forgets all of that buildup and then exchanges it for Lex Luthor's stupid doomsday plot. It doesn't make sense how he was able to get on the ship and pretty much create doomsday. It was so convenient, and it just didn't work. The Doomsday battle was so weak because I simply didn't care. The movie, in my opinion, gave us an interesting Batman, an interesting Wonder Woman. However, I just didn't know enough about them in order to really care. So that is my opinion. I feel like this movie would have worked much better if they would have been more consistent with the plot throughout and just didn't switch over to the Doomsday plot. So at the end of the day, is Batman v Superman a bad movie? Yes, the plot is all over the place. There are some amazing action scenes, but at the end of the day, the action scenes don't really amount to anything when you don't really care about the plot in the first place. I give Batman v Superman a 5 out of 10. I wanted to like this movie so much. However, the plot's all over the place. Part of it's setting up for future movies. Part of it, plot lines are not even being answered and concluded. And in the end, it's just all over the place. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. As always, please hit that yellow text that says subscribe halfway to 100, so help me out there. My left thumbnail has a link to my game montage. I did a montage on Black Ops 3 and Halo 5 with my friend Shady GYF. It was really fun to film, so go check that out. Link will be in the description below. And as always, in the right thumbnail, that will take you to the newest video on this channel. So thank you guys for watching, and have an awesome day.